Hey everyone, what do we have here? This is really actually so cool and so very nice. It's almost like a LPL video here. Like you get a letter in the mail from somebody and free stuff to play with on camera, except you'll know it's definitely not an LPL video when I'll tell you I don't think any of this is going to work. But I'll show you my failures, unlike a lot of people, who only show you the good shit in their life, because I don't have good shit. So this is good shit though. So Christopher, I've got to thank you. This is wonderful. He says thank you for your content, and most recently, the armbands you sent to myself and many others. He might be meaning the tamper wristbands. I don't know if I sent any, political protest armbands or old Free French Forces armbands from my historical, collections, but he enclosed something for me. He said a new key set for a 2022 Toyota Corolla that was in the e-waste bin. So always dumpster diving, be thinking correct. Might be fun to use a leashy pick on. And I thought that myself, which is why I reached out to some of my suppliers and I said, hey, I don't stock or sell, leashy picks for automotive, but they make them. I said, hey, can I sample a couple of these from you? I want to give them a little dance. And well, when you buy as much leashy product as I do, they said, yeah, sure, go ahead. Here, give it a try. I was really concerned that I was not figuring out if I was actually getting all the way into the lock sometimes. These little feeler arms love to hang up on each other. And it took me a few attempts to even get a clean insertion. Again, you have to kind of think in reverse here. So these little feelers, if you squeeze them together, they're out of the way. If you kind of let them drift and dangle into the middle of the keyway, they will jam up on everything. So a little squeezy action like this, and a little wiggle and a little jiggle, you should be able to overcome all the wafers and get all the way down in there. Now, even that, when I was trying this out, I said, well, that doesn't look right at all. I don't think this is even all the way in this freaking lock, and I tried it on the ignition as well. Well, when I checked it with the key, hidden keys in those fobs, I was able to compare, and I even, you could see, made little tick marks on the keys, and I made tick marks on one of my other tools here to try to see just how far the proper key goes into the lock. Hey there we go. And sure enough, magic marker, same exact spot. So that wasn't the problem. What was the problem is when I started to attempt to do any kind of picking on this, I wasn't really I could feel some of the wafers. Let's try to do this in a way that doesn't blast your eyeballs with reflected light. I could feel a little bit of turning pressure, even without the turning pressure, right? Like I can find the wafers. They don't line up perfectly on this grid, but they're there. Here's a little springy dingy action. And there's another one right about here. There's another one. So you can feel, and there's the last one out here. You can feel the wafers in each of these positions, right? Where's another guy? There's one right here. We've got one right about here. Oops, slipped off it. Another one here. That's fine, but if you try to give it any turning pressure, and I tried it both directions, I tried it on both locks, you can sometimes feel what seems like a set or a click, usually not. And I spent, a good two glasses just trying to catch what I could. And I said, man, just nobody is setting, nobody is clicking. And then I used the powers of observitude, and I said, oh, Toyota 2018, interesting. Because I asked my suppliers, I said, get me, just do you have the latest Toyota picks? And they said, yeah, this is the latest one. So when I inquired with them, I said, 2018, does that mean a version you revised in 2018, or it's good up to 2018? And my contact, they were like, well, let me check on that. I think we don't have anything newer than that. I think maybe these might not work. And so here's what I experimented on, and this is just talking about problem solving. If you put this key in, obviously this key works, right? It works in the door. It does work in the ignition. But if I put this key in like this and I bias it a little bit and I slam the key home, it doesn't want to turn all the way. I have to release and then turn, right? Let's try that again. Turning pressure in, no, and release. Let's try it with the ignition and see if you get the same behavior. So again, regular in, that works just fine. However, turning pressure, nothing. I have to release, and then there we go. You might even be able to hear, if I can, here, if I grab a second microphone on you here, see if you can hear. Do you hear what I hear? A little Christmas carol for you. right? Can't turn. I don't know if you can hear it. There's a last bit of click, so it's really good on the car door lock. Turn hard. Listen. Did you hear that? Listen. What I think they've done, they may have done what Kwikset did on their smart key in the third generation. They have possibly done a reverse biased sidebar. So you don't actually have the chance for the sidebar to fall into position unless the entire wafer stack is under the correct position, all lined up before you try to turn. If you're already trying to turn, it will bind the sidebar outward and not let the sidebar want to drop in. So it's an interesting conundrum. I could be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, tell me down in the comments. Or if you really want to put up or shut up, here's my plan. Um, I love this. I really appreciate Christopher H. But I have two locks, and I appreciate my suppliers. I have two picks, which I don't, again, stock. We don't sell these on the site. So two picks, two locks, even we've got two keys. This is the giveaway this week. And if you think you don't want to try this, just tell me. I'll pick somebody else. But I'm going to give away one lock here with a full smash, a lock here with a full smash, and my goal, my dream, my salute to you would be somebody proving me wrong. Show me this pick working in the lock that I give you. And I will love that. I will literally put it on my channel if you can do that. I'll link back to you, whatever you want to do, but I want to see what you can come up with because um, if I keep making attempts, I'm going to run out of what I got here to last me through till, well, at least next week. Okay, yeah. So that's the video this week. It's a video of non-success, but a lesson learned and a hypothesis. If you also can find any diagrams or anything of how these locks are made now, the new generation of these, link them down in the comments. I'll pin your comment if you show me a really good look of what's going on in there. Because I don't want to rip these apart. I'm great at tearing stuff open, not always the best at putting it back. So I want to preserve these. I want to let you all have a shot. Again, if you don't know the giveaway URL, it's the same all the time. You enter once, you're good forever, and maybe you win. Maybe you get one of these in the mail. It is the holiday season, so I would love to see what you come up with. Beat me, be better than me, because most of you are. But if I can inspire you to try, that's my goal. All right, have fun with that. Stay safe out there. By the way, Basil Hayden's before you ask. It's my Christmas drink. In December, Tara knows to pick up a few bottles of the basil. You ask how were you pouring it? It's not open. Well, this was next week's bottle. You gotta titrate yourself. You gotta go slowly. So you stay over there. Catch you next time.